Tigra, welcome. Jamil, welcome. Just Hope, welcome. Y'all, we are going to talk about this sad, tragic story of Naziah out of Michigan. You guys, OMG, y'all. Welcome in. Smash the like button as you guys come in. Y'all, I ran across this story and I'm still trying to figure out like the full 100% details of what's going on. But y'all, there is what I know so far. There was a little girl, Naziah, I think her name, if I'm pronouncing it right. She was, I want to say 12, about to turn 13. She was being essayed and, of course, DV'd by her uncle, which is her aunt's husband. Welcome in, D-Dot, welcome in. Y'all, this story was so sad and so tragic. The worst thing about the whole situation was this joker was like 42 years old, 41, 42, and he had just finished serving a 10-year sentence for the same thing, raping little kids, being a certified pedo. Y'all, there is a timeline, and I watched some of the videos. OMG. I didn't watch the entire court case, but y'all, this is an example, a pure example of a true pedo, you guys. This is sad. This is very, very sad. Now, up until today, they cannot find this girl's body, her remains. They cannot find it. They found some clothing that fit her, the description of what she had on. But you guys, this situation is very, very, very sad. So we're going to read an article, and then in the article, it has some of the timelines, because I was kind of wondering like how this came about. But basically, just to kind of summarize the situation, the girl was the niece. She was the girl that passed away, Naziah. Her aunt was married to this guy, and this guy not only, like I said, did this to Nariah doing the SADV, but he did it to other little kids too before he went to prison for 10 years. Welcome in, Most Hated Bronze. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Y'all, this story is very tragic. It's very sad. It is heart-wrenching. OMG. So it says, missing, hey, Galatians is in here too. Welcome in. Welcome in. Salute. Welcome in. So you guys, this article was on Fox, and it talks about Naziah, missing Naziah Harris. She's missing still. They can't find her body. They said that, you know, they basically deemed her unalive. And the guy that is, his name is something Butts. Let me see. Jarvis Butts. He, hey, he's 13. I'm sorry, he's 41 or 42 years old, y'all. He went to prison already for 10 years for this same crime, like a true pedo. Like we talk about these pedophiles like in Hollywood, but y'all, this one is a sick one. OMG, you guys. We're going to read this article that states, and then we're going to watch some videos. OMG, y'all. This story is very sad, very heart-wrenching. The guy was taking Naziah to his shop. I mean, y'all, it is sick. It is sick. Hey, Art of War, welcome. It is sick. But y'all, let's read the article, and then we're gonna watch a few videos. Even the judge was like, I seen the conversations that you had between yourself and Nariah. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was bad. Then he had a fiance on top of that. He had a fiance, but they said the fiance would be in, what's his name? Jarvis Butts was being real sneaky. He would park his car around the corner, and she dated him for like 2 or 3 years. Can y'all imagine dating a pedophile for that long? And then he's parking around the corner and then walking to your house. I would be like, why are you parking around the corner? What's going on? What are you trying to hide, right? Like, you're hiding something. Was he messing with other, of course, probably little kids, I'm sure, but other women too? Y'all, this guy is sick, and then he's in court with the mask all over his face trying to hide himself, because he know when he go to the big house, baby, it's going to be up and stuck, right? These people are not going to be playing with him. when he gets into the big house, right? He's gonna have to probably go in protective custody, right? So it says missing Naziah Harris, suspect search history, how police found his phone. He was hiding his phone. He was being very sneaky, very, very sneaky. And I'm surprised that this girl didn't like figure out what he was doing. Did she, because she was a single parent and she had her own kids, but I think she had boys. I don't think that he was messing with her boys, from what I understand. But y'all, I'm telling you, this guy is a certified pedo. So it says the brief. Jarvis Butts, the man accused of kidnapping and unaliving Naziah Harris, returns to court Wednesday for day 3 preliminary exam. So it says some witnesses who have previously testified. Butts is charged with sexually assaulting and murking Harris. He's also charged with sexual assaulting 2 other girls. Now, y'all, check this out. These other girls were very, very young. Like, this is an example of a true pedophile. Like, these girls, I know one of them is like 20 years old right now today, and he was SAing her for 2 years. And then another one that's barely 11 years old that he was SAing for some time too. And she's 11 years old. So y'all can imagine how old she was when he was, SAing her. Y'all, this is sickening. This is really, really sickening. And this is out of Detroit, Fox 2. It says the preliminary exam for Jarvis Butts, the man accused of kidnapping and killing, unaliving a 13-year-old Naziah Harris, continues on Wednesday. It says the judge dismissed everyone after wrapping up a recorded interview between the defendant and the police. Closing arguments about whether the case should go to trial will begin at 10 a.m. on Thursday. But it says right here, it says Jarvis Butts searched abortion. He got her pregnant too, y'all. He got this little 12, 13-year-old pregnant, y'all. I was like, oh my God. He was graping her. He was bringing her to his auto shop and hanging around with her, picking her up from school, took her to a hotel. I mean, y'all, he was doing the most. And I'm like, this girl's aunt does not see like any kind of signs. Like, it's crazy. Yes, yes, she was pregnant. Yes. Global Empire says, I work at her school. Everyone fails her, even the school. I work at her school? What? Global, you work at the girl's school? Oh my goodness. Travis, hey, welcome in. Derek, oh my goodness. Oh wow. Tammy Strickland, welcome in. Oh my goodness, Global. I seen this and OMG, it is sad. It is very sad. Oh wow. Oh wow, Global. I mean, this is very, very sad. Very sad. Midnight Janitor. Oh wow, y'all, I'm telling you, it is very sad. This is terrible. So oh my goodness, y'all, this is so heart-wrenching. So it says Shannon Jones, the police sergeant that oversaw the investigation into Naziah Harris's disappearance, gave an overarching perspective into how police narrowed down Jarvis Butts as the suspect, including a text message that he would be picking her up from school. Y'all, this joker was picking her up from school. Smash the like button for Naziah. She is missing. They don't know where her body is at. Global says all the teachers were here talking about it. Oh, wow. It is sad. It is sad. It says, let me see. That was the last day that she was seen, which helped point police towards Butts. Later, helping them dig up phones he used and locations he visited around the time she went missing. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is very, very, very sad. It says they used phone mapping of Butts' phone to canvass the 7 Mile and Burge area, later identifying clothing from Naziah Harris at the scene. So they found some of her clothing. Global says the grandma ain't crap either. Yes. Okay, Global, can you answer me this? Do you know where her mom was? Was she like unalive? Was she in prison? Was she, Did she have some situations going on? Because I believe I heard them say that she was living with the grandma. And was that her aunt? Was that her mom's sister? Burgess is the website. Oh, Burgess is the west side. Okay. The mom was on Ruggs. Oh my God. So that's how this guy was able to slide in, pick her up, do what he wanted to do. Oh my, but what about the mother? The mother was on Ruggs, and the mother was on, oh my goodness, and the grandmother wasn't crap. So this is a whole bad situation, y'all. Oh my God, y'all, this is sad. This is very, very sad. So it says, that was the last day she was seen, which helped point police towards Butts, later helping them to dig up phones, which he used, and locations he visited around the area. Hey, Galatians, welcome in. So it says they used the phone mapping of Butts' phone to canvass the 7 Mile Burge area, later identifying clothing from Nerziah Harris at the scene. So they found some of her clothes at the scene, but they have not found this little girl's body. Investigators tracked down Butts' phone after listening to a jail call between him and his co-worker, Cordell Wright, who worked at the same auto shop and shop that the defendant was employed at. Now, this Cordell Wright, his co-worker, wasn't Nariah at the shop when Cordero was at the shop too? Did he know what he was doing to this little girl? Is he a pedophile too? Because y'all, if there's a grown man, I'm working in a shop, and you bring this little girl who is maybe your niece, or even if she is your niece, I still would be asking, well, why is she here with you at the shop? Like, what are you doing here with this little girl at the shop, right? I'm just saying, y'all, I ask questions. When I see something, I say something. But I mean, this is crazy. Yes, his name is King. Okay, so hi, Sylvia. He knew all of them did. Oh, wow. So you guys, welcome in Global Imperior, if I said that right. She works at the school where this little girl, Naziah, was missing. She's at the school. She's a nighttime janitor right now. And she knows about the situation. OMG. Yes. Bleak Pill, welcome in. Yes, so he had to know. If your coworker is there with you and you show up with a little girl that you say is your niece, okay, but why are you having her come in there and do stuff? Like, I mean, this is crazy. Galatians says, wow, I've checked this case out. Yeah, I found out about it like just a few days ago, and then I seen it was going viral. So I got into it and started to, like, listen to the case and stuff like that. Hey, Tracy Bryan, welcome in. Yeah, so this case is sad, and it is so terrible. So it says it was later found hidden in a Cadillac that police had impounded. So his cell phone was found in a Cadillac that the police had impounded. It says Jones also testified that police used a data extraction to find Google searches Butts had made in mid-December. He searched for various ways to administer an abortion. He got her pregnant, y'all. The little girl was pregnant. He was 41 or 42. The little girl was only 12 years old, and he got her pregnant. So it says right here, it says he searched for various ways to administer an abortion. Oh my goodness. Global says the Cadillac was found on the side of his house. Oh my God. And that's where they found his phone. He was hiding his phone. Because he knew that there was conversations about with him and the little girl, knowing that she was pregnant and all kind of stuff. I mean, y'all, this is sad. This is very sad. So he was trying to get her to administer abortion by drinking herbal tea, or y'all, check this out, red antifreeze. He was trying to get this little girl to drink antifreeze to try to give her an abortion. Y'all, smash the like button. This is crazy. Yes. Global Imperior. Yes. He was trying to get her to drink red antifreeze or some tea so that he can abort the baby. And did the antifreeze, did she drink the antifreeze, and did she be unalive by that? Because that can kill you. That can unalive somebody, right? Did he make her drink that and that's how she was unalived? And then he was like flipping out? And then he did what he did to her and try to hurry up and get rid of her body? That may be a possibility, you guys. That may be a possibility because they found his phone and they getting all this information. Global says she was about to have the baby and her parents was going to find out. That's why, so she was not only pregnant, but she was big and pregnant. So I know in some states, they will charge that person with like a double merkin. I believe if I'm not mistaken, right? So she was pregnant and he, oh my goodness. I'm still learning about this case. Global, y'all, this is sad. Kay says, this is insane behavior. Yes, this, y'all, I feel bad. And the mom is on rugs. The grandma is not even, like responsible. She, and this little girl was basically out to, I guess from what I'm seeing, was out to try to survive for herself. I mean, this is terrible. This is terrible. Teresa says, yes, charge for 2. Yes, that's normally what I hear. When they charge for 2 if the woman is pregnant and the person and they unalive, then they will definitely be charged with both, right? Y'all, this is very sad. This is very disheartening. But I stumbled upon this, like I said, I stumbled upon this this information a few days ago, and then I was watching it. This is terrible. Hannah says, poor baby girl. Yes, it's sad, very sad. Peru says, thanks. Maybe Scandinavia, not so bad after all. I mean, y'all, there's so much stuff going on. I'm telling you, so much stuff. Galatia says the grandmother needs to get some time too. I saw the clip that she tried to act like she didn't know him in the courtroom because he had a mask on his face. I know, right? He's sitting in the courtroom with the mask all on his face, trying to cover himself up. Like, sir, do you know when you get to the big house, they gonna know exactly who you are because you just did 10 years. This man did 10 years for doing the same thing, y'all. 10 years. I was like, OMG, this is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's sad. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. But hold on, you guys, because I lost my article. My computer laptop tried to cut off on me. But y'all, I'm telling you, this is the things that we are going through. And like, we think that, the stuff that is going on in Hollywood is bad. There's bad things going on just around the normal everyday people. I mean, that boy served 10 years. He was 10 years in prison for doing the same thing to other little girls. And the youngest right now is 11. And I was like, oh my goodness. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Hold on, because I lost the article. But let me see. But y'all, I'm telling you, this is sad. I don't know what is going on with my laptop. But when I found, like I said, I found this, I stumbled upon it. I was watching it a few days ago, and I could not believe what I was hearing. And then the judge, when she read off, oh yeah, I read your text messages basically between you and the little girl. And y'all, I mean, y'all, it was sad. It was horrific. I was like, OMG. Hey, Financial Justice, welcome in, welcome in. Let me see. I don't know why my laptop decides to go crazy when I'm going live, right? But when like I said, when I stumbled upon this video, I seen it. I was watching some of the court case, and I had those questions like, where is the mother at? Who had custody of this child? I seen the sister. She got on the stand and she was speaking. The guy's sister. And I'm like, OMG, like who was like overseeing this child? How did she get to like be going to a hotel at nighttime? Like where was the grandmother? But I know let me see what's her Global said that they were basically no good. Hey Tigra, welcome in. Barbette Alexander says charge your grandmother and the aunt. Yes. Why is this little girl out in a hotel with a grown man at night? And it's crazy because the girl, the guy who is the uncle, right? The guy who is the uncle is the girl's aunt, the girl's aunt's husband. So it was like, if my husband were to take one of my nieces out and I'm seeing that he's taking my niece all the time, like would you not question that? That does like seem like some kind of like weird behavior, right? Like I would not be like acting like I got the wool pulled over my eyes and you're taking my niece here, you're taking her there, you're picking her up from school, you got her in a hotel. Like you don't realize that your niece and your I don't know if the husband, I think it was the husband or boyfriend, is not at home at nighttime. I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. Yes, Tracy, yes, that is a problem. Yes, D.2 suspect. Like there shouldn't be let me see. There shouldn't be no little kids out that late at all with no uncle that is married to your auntie. I'm sorry. Let me see something. Hold on real quick, you guys. But let me see something. Like I said, when I seen this and I came across it, y'all, it just like it really, really shocked me to see that this little girl was basically she wasn't really in good hands, evidently, from what we see, right? Let me see, because my computer is acting crazy. She was not in good hands. She was with people who really wasn't paying attention, because if this little girl was big and pregnant, y'all, at 12 years old, we know that these little kids around here, these little girls are skinny as a beanpole, right? And this girl is pregnant and you can't see her stomach. Like, did the grandma know she was pregnant? We got somebody in the building. Hi, Denise, welcome in. So you guys, we have Global. So we have Global in the building, you guys. Welcome her in. She's actually at the school where this little girl was going to school at. She said the teachers are talking about it. She's a janitor at the school, working nights literally right now as we speak. So welcome in, but I don't understand. Oh, you're Glide. Oh, I'm sorry, Global. I'm sorry. Okay, so Global, sorry. I'm sorry. So Global, he is at the school. He's a janitor. And he was saying that, the teachers are talking about it. The car was found on the side of his house with the cell phone, because that was a big thing. The girlfriend was, and I remember from what I recall when I was watching the court case, I was wondering, I was like, the guy, he seemed like he was hiding his phone. Now I can see why he was hiding his phone, right? He was trying to be sneaky. And plus, on top of that, he had other charges that I don't understand how his wait, you guys, hold on. I'm trying to see. Hold on, I'm trying to see something. Because the guy's girlfriend, hold on, who is that lady then? I'm trying to think. Global, there was a lady that he lived with that was his fiance. But that lady, she was a dark-skinned lady. Was that Naraya's auntie? I'm wondering. Yeah, global. He was already convicted. Yeah, that's Jared Love. Yes, this happened in Detroit. Um, no, that was the guy's sister. No, no, no. The sister, she came, and remember, it was the fiance too. The fiance, she was on the stand too. She 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 was, hold on real quick, because she was, the girlfriend was on the stand, the fiance was on the stand and testified, and then the sister, she was the light-skinned one, was on the stand and testified. um Let me see something. Let me see, because I know that there was yeah, two women that testified. Like I said, the light skinned one was his sister, the pedo, and then the dark skinned one was the girlfriend. See, Raj, welcome in, says pure survival for her survival. Yeah, it's sad. Then he says a Florida uncle also did the same to his 16-year-old niece. Same scenario. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. FNS, hey, welcome in. Uh okay, two aunties and one grandma. Oh, okay, hold on just a second, you guys. Oh, two, okay, okay. This is crazy. Oh wow. This is okay, this is like beyond belief. Okay, because I'm like, how in the world is it that hold on. How is it that this little girl, like I said, if she was big and pregnant, how is your mom, even though she was on strung out or whatever, but how does your grandma not know, for one, where you're at? And then the financial justice, they are deeming her to be passed away. They can't find her body. Yeah, how is the grandma not keeping track and seeing, like, is she pregnant, and then she's gone to the hotel with this pedophile at nighttime? And then she is let me see, she's at going to the hotel, she's ending up at this shop, and ending up at the shop with this little girl, with this pedophile, and then the co-worker knows the little girl is in there. Like, what are you doing in a mechanic shop as a little girl? Like, what are you doing in the mechanic shop with that little girl? I just don't understand, right? There's no way that you, as a grown man, should be having a little girl in the shop with you. And then the co-worker that was there, he had to know something too. So it's not too far-fetched where this guy, the co-worker, doesn't know what's going on. But like I said, what we know so far is the little girl was unalive. The guy, he was 41, 42 years old. He was messing with this little girl. Her name is Nazaya, and she was 12, I think 12, about to turn 13. She was pregnant, and the mother and them did not even, I guess, to me, like, they didn't protect the little girl. From what I'm seeing, I'm trying to see, let me see. I'm trying to see where this article was that I was, okay, here it is right here. So, okay, here we are, we're back in the article. So it says, so they were wondering where his phone was. Okay, Global says 13. Yes, she was 13 years old. He got her pregnant. He was trying to get rid of the baby, trying to make her drink tea or red antifreeze, which I believe he probably gave her red antifreeze, and she probably passed away. He was probably freaking out because he didn't want nobody to know. First of all, he's a pedophile. He had just served 10 years for being a pedophile. Then he comes out. He's around kids. You're not supposed to be around children. I know when you're like have to sign up and be, a pedophile. You can't be by schools, around other kids, all these requirements, right? And nobody was paying attention. Nobody was paying attention. So they said what she was doing is they were allegedly, I guess maybe from his text messages, they found that he was trying to give her herbal tea and drink it and giving her red antifreeze to unalive the baby. I'm like, this is crazy. So it says more police take the stand after lunch break or whatever. I guess, you know, they were, let's see, it says the next one is Wednesday. He answered questions. So I guess on the Amazon tablet that was given to the Detroit Public Schools, an Instagram account associated with Jarvis Butts was found. So it seems like she was messaging him through the tablets. You know, they give the kids tablets at the school. So it says right here that I guess they were interacting through the tablet because they found, I guess, conversations on the tablet on an Instagram account associated with Jarvis. So it says right here, it says Sergeant Shannon Jones, the officer in charge of the case, took the stand next. She works in the homicide department of Detroit Police, working in the missing persons unit. So then it says blood tests take center stage. It says during a lengthy interview with an expert in bodily fluid identification, Riani Green discussed various forms of blood tests she conducted on articles of clothing worn by both Naziah Harris and Jarvis. Green, who works with the Michigan State Police Crime Lab, pointed to multiple stains that tested positive for blood on both a black sweatshirt worn by Butts and a pink bodysuit worn by Harris. So was this the last outfit that the little girl had on, and they were able to take, you know, samples of blood from those clothing? I mean, is what it sounds like to me. Then it says several other articles of clothing were also tested, according to a summary shown to the court, but the prosecutor did not ask about them. During cross-examination from the defense, an attorney did ask about the other tests. Green testified that no other tests confirmed the presence of blood, including in parts of a vehicle that she received swabs from. I'm telling you, this is crazy. Tigra says registered Rex offenders shouldn't even communicate with kids. Exactly. And y'all know the crazy thing? They said this boy had kids. He had kids of his own. And I'm like, I mean, y'all, I'm really it's crazy, right? Global says it was blood in the back of the Cadillac also. So maybe he unalived her in the car and then drove her somewhere and then, you know, probably pushed her in the lake or something maybe, or something. I don't know. I don't think they got alligators. Global, do y'all have gators up there? I don't think y'all have alligators up there in those waters. Maybe, I don't know what type of lake or whatever she was found in. I mean, not found in where her clothes like kind of were found, but like I know in Florida, you know, them alligators, if they would have, you know, got her body, they would have pretty much ate it up. But y'all, this is sad. This is very sad. Or did he put some bricks on her or something heavy like some weights to try to, because I seen that in like, because I love watching like Law and Crime and the ID channel and stuff. And y'all, I seen cases where they get the what are those things called? Those weights. Pig farms. Yeah, pig farms too. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, them pigs them pigs with the boars. Those are no joke. The big ones, I never even knew that they had pigs that big and that were like, they look black. And they have like the tusk and they will go to town, right? So maybe, I wonder if that was, that's sad. Okay, Montez said, we don't have gators. Okay, Beretta said he was walking around with her alive. She had a baby. No, she wasn't, she didn't have the baby yet. She was pregnant. Gylation says, yes, in Louisiana, they feed people to the gators and pigs if they mad at you. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, hold up, do they got gators? I don't think they have gators. I never heard gators up there. This is crazy. The financial justice says, beware, Jamil, she knows her thing. Oh, yes, I do. I be in them. I be researching. Global says they eat everything except teeth. Wow. Beretta said his son was pow-powed in the face. Denise says, allegedly she is buried far away by some lady that does spirit box. I mean, I don't know. But no, did she have the baby? There's somebody in here. Wait, hold on, let me see. Whatchamacallit, let me see. Global, did she have the baby? Do you know? Because Global is actually works in the school that she's actually went to when she was alive. He works there as a janitor right now. Um, Nikki says, so sad everyone failed her. Yes, yes. Veretta says the baby was 1 year old. Well, how was the baby 1 year old? And I didn't hear them talk about it because they said she was pregnant. So I don't know about that. Rena says, where's the grandmother and the two aunties? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Beretta says Kim Worthy and New Orleans mayor. Yeah, so that's what I was wondering because they gave a timeline. Um, it says right here, let me see. It says, let me see. Johnson testified that she visited the Park Crest. Okay, so the detective visited the Park Crest motel where they were staying at in Harper Woods, which Jarvis Butts reportedly visited on January 9th of last year, confirming he checked into a room that night around 9:30. He checked out after 12 p.m. the next day. Johnson answered questions from the defense, telling them the person working at the motel that night did not recall Butts coming to the room. Others may have seen him, she added. But y'all, I wonder if they pulled, of course, the hotel surveillance tapes to see what was going on. Tigra says, I thought she was pregnant. Yes, she was pregnant. That's what the article says, and that's what that they were saying in court, that she was pregnant. But he was like, this article says she was pregnant, and he was trying to get her to drink the either the herbal stuff or some kind of herbal tea or red antifreeze. That's what this article is saying. Fox 2 out of Detroit. So it says right here, Markle testified next, explaining the process of extracting phone data from a device. She found multiple accounts associated with Jarvis Butts, including an email and Instagram page. And see, one thing that people don't know, if y'all don't know, yeah, smash the like button. Thank you, Tigra. Smash the like button. One thing that people don't understand, y'all, we got these phones, we got our laptops, we got iPads and all of that. Y'all, one thing that people don't understand is that this data and this stuff can be pulled. It's like a digital footprint. So wherever you go on your phone, on your laptop, they can pull that data. The data experts can retrieve that information. So if you on whatever website you're on, whatever social media, these things can be tracked and pulled once a case like this happens. I mean, anytime, right? Anytime somebody needs to pull something, then subpoena your phone, best believe they can go and get all this stuff. So that's where they found the information, because even the judge was saying that she I guess maybe read what, the conversations between him and the little girl. I was like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Montez says the granny and auntie need to be charged too. Yes, Montez, absolutely. They absolutely need to be charged. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Can you check that? Yeah. So it says right here, it says the third witness called by the prosecution was Dr. Omar Reyes. No, at the bottom, but not the other side. It says the Wayne County medical examiner. He reviewed the medical records of Naziah Harris, adding that her vaccines were up to date and her medical history revealed no life-threatening conditions. Right? So it didn't even say that she was, that's fine. It didn't say that she was like pregnant or anything like that. It just said no life-threatening conditions. But being that she was pregnant, yeah, that's fine. Being that she was pregnant, was she going to the hospital? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because it doesn't say that this doctor at least, examined her. Bernetta said, no, they don't. Okay, Bernetta says Kim Worthy and New Orleans Mayor Brian. Yeah, so, okay, so y'all, let's continue. So it says, I want to do and y'all, this guy, he don't we can't say who looks like a pedophile and who doesn't, but I'm like, how is this guy don't even look like a pedo, right? But we can't say who looks like a pedo and who doesn't, right? But these the grandmother and the auntie and the mother felt her, I mean, tremendous, right? Global says no hospital because she was a minor. Yeah, okay, yes, that's true, that's facts. Yes. Yes, Tigra says those are the ones. Yes, Tigra, because when you look at him, he doesn't look like he was like a pedophile or something like that. Like, you know, sometimes you think of pedophiles looking like crazy, scary, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. But it says, what happened to Nariah Harris? It says Harris was last seen getting off a bus in Detroit last January. Her disappearance led to police searching areas around Southeast Michigan. While Harris's body was never found, prosecutors charged Butts with murking and grape in September. So back in September, they charged him with these, you know, crimes. Y'all smash the like button. So it says, when announcing charges against the 41-year-old, Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy said evidence shows that Butts, who knew Harris's family members, allegedly groomed the girl starting in 2022. 2022? So that means if that girl was 13 last year, 2022, so she had to be maybe 11 or 12? Y'all, this is sickening. This is very sickening. And these aren't the only, he had 3 other little girls that he was doing something with. And one of them is 11 years old right now. Y'all, this is crazy. This is disgusting. So it says the family members saying that, you know, who knew Harris family members allegedly groomed the girl starting in 2022. Harris, it says in the article, was pregnant when she was unalived, and Butts was allegedly the unborn child's father. So does that cause for a double murking charge? I believe so. I don't know what the rules and the laws are in Michigan, but normally when there is a woman who's pregnant, that is like a double charge, right? They charge for the unborn child and the person that was unalived, that, you know, they unalived. So it says, Nariah Harris disappearance timeline, right? It says the prosecutor's office provided a rough timeline of the day Harris disappeared, right? Oh my goodness. Hey, Goddess. Thank you. Welcome in. So it says, Naziah took the school bus to school, right? So it says she had her hair in 2 braided puff balls, clear frame glasses, a white sweater with a black jacket over it, a colorful Rugrats puffy jacket with a fur-lined hood, with light blue jeans and Nike shoes. There is a video of Naziah getting on the school bus. Okay. It says Naziah used a DPS issue tablet that she used to communicated with an app. She took one last picture of herself on the tablet. Using her tablet, she sent a message to a device associated with Butts, indicating that they would be meeting up after she got out of school that day. OMG. There is a video of her getting out of school at the end of the day in the same clothing. She meets up with Butts and a coworker and goes back to their auto repair shop on Connor in Detroit. Now, y'all can't tell me that this coworker did not know what time it was. Was he a pedo too? There's no way you're with some little 12-year-old girl. You're with a 12-year-old girl, you're 41, right? What are you doing with that little girl? Y'all, I'm telling you, we got to pay attention to our nieces, nephews, kids, all of them, right? This is sickening. It says she meets up with Butts and the co-worker and goes back to their auto repair shop on, okay, we read that. Naziah is seen by Butts' sister at the shop. Now, if I seen my brother, who I already know is a pedophile, with a 12-year-old girl at his job, at his shop, I would be asking questions. Why is she up here at the shop? Why? What is she doing up here at the shop? She ain't no mechanic. She's only 12 years old. Why is she up here? So his sister seen him with this 12-year-old girl at the shop where he worked at. Denise says a co-worker is on it allegedly. He is an accomplice. Yes, I believe so. Because there's no way, you guys, there's no way that you have a co-worker knowing, I'm sure they were hanging around, that he is a pedophile, and you don't know what type of time he's on with a 12-year-old. Come on now, y'all. We already know, right? We already know what time it is. I mean, come on now. Like, our elevators go all the way to the top over here, right? So it says, but the co-worker and Naziah were together in the co-worker's car. The co-worker's car. So that co-worker, he already knew what time this pedophile co-worker was on. Did he not? I mean, this is crazy. Hey, Kathy, welcome back. Global says it's a tire shop, not an auto shop. They got it wrong. Okay, whatever shop it was, what is she doing there with them grown men? It don't matter wherever. Wherever. Why is this little girl hanging around with two grown men? Were they passing her back and forth? I mean, y'all, I'm looking at the big picture. Because if you know that your coworker, I'm sure he knows he's a pedo, and you are transporting this little girl with a grown coworker of yours, that don't even sound right. It doesn't. Because if my female coworker, I knew she was a pedophile and had somebody's child that's not hers, I'd be like, girl, what are you doing with this little boy? Like Justin, less younger than Justin Bieber. What are you doing with somebody else's child? Okay, that's crazy, right? So then it says, but the coworker and Naziah, okay, were together in the coworker's car when they went to Yescalante. I don't know, Yescalante, I don't know what that means. And then returned to the shop on Connor. Butts' phone places him at these locations. So they were able to place him at these locations, the investigators. It says at 9:30 p.m. to 12 p.m., Butts checked in a motel. There is a receipt confirming this, as well as his phone placing him at that location, right? So it says Naziah is never seen again after January 9th, 2024. It's sad. Yes, Tigra, Lord have mercy, right? Lord have mercy. This is crazy, right? Black Lotus says he's an accessory. I do believe that. Coco says she went to the gas station across the street. Tigra says absolutely not good. Yeah, this is sad, y'all. This is sad. This is sad. It says, what is Jarvis Butts charged with? Let's see. Butts of Highland Park was charged with first-degree premeditated murder, second-degree criminal sexual conduct, and child sexual abuse material for the alleged murking of Harris. Other charges that he had against him. He was a whole pedophile. He was a whole pedophile, y'all. And this is a real example of a true pedophile, right? We know there's a lot of pedos in Hollywood with all that stuff going on with Diddy. But y'all, this is a everyday pedophile that is like lurking and out on these streets. It says, in addition to announcing charges in the Harris case, Worthy has also charged Butts with sexually abusing two other children who were under the age of 13 at the time. Worthy said one of the victims, who is now 20 years old, was allegedly abused between April 2012 and April 2014. He abused that girl for 2 years. For 2 years. While the other victim, who is now only 11 years old, a baby that is 11 years old, he was doing the same thing. Tigra, yes, another Diddy on the loose. Yes, absolutely. The baby who is now 11, he was abusing her from 2015 to 2017. Oh my God. That is crazy. For 3 years, and she's only 11 now? So that leaves her, what, 7, 8? When he was doing that to her? Y'all, this is sad. Oh my goodness, this is sad. This is very, very sad. It says he has been charged with 5 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct and 1 count of first-degree criminal sexual conduct for those assaults. It says court records show that Butts also previously served time in prison for sexually assaulting a child in 2004. Mr. Butts targeted and befriended women to have sexual relationships with their young daughters. Oh my God. So he was scouting out women, dating them to get to their daughters. Y'all, if y'all are single out here, y'all, please take heed. Please watch your children. And I'm not going to say just your daughters. You got to watch your boys too, because that's going on too. A lot of these men are messing with people's children that are in a relationship. And I'm saying this because I always watch the Louisiana parole board, and this type of stuff really, really happens. It's so disgusting. Sometimes I'm watching it and I have to turn it off because the stuff that they say is disgusting. Some of them are the biological mothers and fathers of these kids, and they're doing these awful things. Some of them are the aunties, some of them are the grandfathers. And I'm like, oh my God, is this real? It's real. And I never seen something like this happen before until I started watching the Louisiana Parole Board hearings. They come on every day right here on YouTube. I used to watch them all the time. Bright and early, 8 o'clock in the morning, the parole board is convening. And they are sick people that are doing this to their own children, their grandchildren, people's kids, friends, and all kind. I mean, it's sickening. Y'all got to watch y'all's children. Watch the grandchildren, right? It says, Mr. Butts, okay, so he befriended women to have sexual relationships with their young daughters, Worthy said. He was a classic expert groomer and pedophile. Y'all, this is sickening. This is sickening. This dude was dating women to go and get with their daughters who were very young, 7, 8 years old. And he was raping them for 2 years, 3 years at a time. Oh my God. It says he was bound over for trial in those cases last November. So he did this last January. Last November, he was supposed to go to trial for the other ones, if I'm understanding that correctly. Oh my goodness. Global says do a background check. Yes, those background checks sometimes, y'all, these days is really needed. But it says, you guys, that he was an expert groomer and pedophile. OMG. Oh my God. I mean, he was an expert at what he was doing. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. And the judge, y'all, when the judge read this letter and I was looking, I was like, oh my goodness. Denise said, I told my daughters, be safe out here. Just because a person looks nice, handsome, don't mean they're good people. Looks are deceiving. Facts. Facts. Absolutely facts. Because he doesn't look like he is that type of person. But you can't go off of looks. You go off of looks and you think that, oh, he's a nice person. Oh, he looks very clean. You know, he looks like he's a decent person. He got a job. And he's a whole pedo, right? A whole pedophile. I'm telling you, this is very sad and devastating, y'all. And the judge, she calls him a monster. The judge calls him out as a monster. I mean, y'all, this is very sad. I'm telling you, I just ran into this case just the other day. I did not know of I did not know that this was like going on. Like I said, I love court cases. I kind of got away from the court cases because I'm like surviving Diddy and Jay-Z. So I got away from these my court cases because I love these court cases. I mean, the Sarah Boone, the Darryl Brooks, those type of court cases. I'm telling you, I really, really like them. But y'all, let's listen in and see what this judge is telling this guy that did this to this little girl, y'all. Let's listen in, because this judge, I'm telling you, she was not having it. But y'all, let's continue. Let's listen to what the judge is saying.
And the one thing I had highlighted in pink is the quote, in this case there was no physical evidence such as blood stains or a weapon leading defendant to Joyce's death. In this case, we don't have the same facts or circumstances. I do agree this is a circumstantial case, and circumstantial evidence is sufficient for a bind over and even conviction. Today is January 9th, 2025, exactly 1 year, from the day Nasiah Harris disappeared. Before I get into the charges, and the main charge of premeditated first-degree murder, I have to speak on Nasiah Harris and the community who failed her. And I have only presented with certain evidence. I don't know the whole story. The attorneys know more than me. The family knows more than me. But from what I have heard over the last 4 days and 5 days total, is that several people failed her. I don't know where her mother is. I don't know anything other than that she was forced to live in a home where she was not protected.
Yes, that's what I was wondering, like where her mother was. But I keep on forgetting the name of the janitor that's in the here in the building with us. I'm sorry, Global. So Global, I was asking because I was like, where is her mother? Where is her grandmother? Where is like her immediate family? Because I know the cousin got on the stand and was talking, but like the judge said, there's been a couple of people that failed her. Y'all smash the like button for Nasiah Harris, you guys. This is terrible.
Or given the adequate attention and love. I don't know where her father is. I don't have any mention of him in her life. No presence. To Cordell, aka King, and all the men who saw Jarvis Butts hanging out and always around these young girls, including Nasiah, and his 9-year-old daughter going up to the shop to clean up the shop. The school counselor.
Okay, so he was taking his 9-year-old daughter with her to the shop. Is that what I understand? I don't know. Let's continue listening to the judge.
Who never showed up, or the person who was supposed to show if that counsel was absent after Naziah was on the floor on the day she went missing, saying that she needed to speak to someone and speak to a counselor. There's no mention of CPS, but I wonder what their involvement was over the years, because this was not just a one-year thing. There are text messages at least from 2022 to her adoptive grandmother, Annette Harris, whose testimony, in my opinion, was very questionable. I understand why the people put her on the stand to establish Naziah's residence and the houses on Bedford and the regular routine, to establish also that Naziah was not a runaway child, that she was not a bad kid.
Oh, it should be done. We put the first size in.
I do believe she adopted Naziah. I do believe that she had 6 kids in the house. I believe that Naziah had on a dark hoodie the day she went missing, and that she had on red and black Nikes that day. What is hard to believe is...
Wait, she said that there was other kids in the house. Is that what she said, you guys? Let me rewind that a little bit. Let me rewind that. Because it sounded like she said there was other kids in the house.
I do believe she adopted Naziah. I do believe that she had 6 kids in the house. I believe that Naziah had on a dark hoodie the day she went missing, and that she had on red and black Nikes that day. What is hard to believe is that the defendant never came into the house as she testified. And there was also a minor that testified that he did as well. Text messages that showed between him and Naziah that he did in the basement, saying he was going to the shower, stealing her panties. He was always lurking around that house and asking for Janiyah and Tanzania, from what I know.
Oh, wow. So he was lurking around the house? If I understood her correctly? OMG. So he was, y'all, hold on. Let me wrap that back. He was lurking around the house?
House and asking for Janiyah and Tanzania, from what I know.
Wow.
I even thought about the breakfast routine and saying that all the kids like eating breakfast at school. Did they have a choice? I don't know. But to always send those girls up there to clean up the shop raises questions. And how were there 2 women in that house who have birthed children themselves who did not notice that Naziah was pregnant? And I believe she was. And not...
She said there was 2 grown people, women in the house. How do you not know, like, what, y'all, 2 grown women in the house, and you guys have, I think, 6 kids, I believe she said, and you don't know where, if all the kids are in by 8 o'clock? Like, you should know. You got 6 kids. All 6 kids need to be in the house. It look fed and homework done and showered at 8 o'clock. I mean, y'all, they really, really failed her.
I haven't heard period before. But then after hearing text messages today, begging Jarvis for pads as if she didn't have anyone else to give them to her. And what stood out the most was when Annette Harris stood on the stand, and she learned around 6 p.m. that Naziah did not come home from school, and said she looked around for her and decided to wait until the next morning to call the police.
Wait. Oh, no. Hold up, swole up. You do not wait until the next day to call the police if your child is not home by 6 o'clock when school normally gets out at 3:30, 4 o'clock or something like that. That is a absolutely fail right there. Why didn't she call the police right away? If my child was not home by 6 o'clock that night, that is a problem. Oh my goodness, yo, I got to listen. I'm sorry, I got to wrap that back because that's a problem.
School, and said she looked around for her and decided to wait until the next morning to call the police.
Oh my God.
Here, without emotion.
Hold on, hold up, swole up. I'm sorry. My mama skills are like, I mean, y'all, when my kids did not come home at a certain time, I forgot maybe they had practice, but I was always the one taking them to practice. If my child didn't be off at home by a certain time, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, right after the bus drops them off, that is a problem. If I know that they are not home, you gonna wait until the next day? Who waits till the next day to call the police if your child is not home by like 5 or 6 o'clock. Y'all, that is a true failure. Bad parenting skills. I'm sorry. Bad parenting skills at its finest. I'm sorry. That is not even acceptable, y'all. Let's continue.
Emotion or any expression of being devastated. And to her Aunt Shannon, who also showed no emotion, expression of being devastated from Nasiah going missing. She stated that she had friends help look for Nasiah, but was directed to just wait until the morning to call the police.
Oh my God.
A grown woman who likely suspected something strange going on didn't feel the need to call the police either. They were both.
You're supposed to call the police immediately. Immediately. If you know, normal parents, you know, some people work day shift, some people work night shift, right? But if you're a good parent, you're at work, you get off, even if you are working night shift, right? And you call home and Tommy Boy is not at home, or Mary Marie is not at home, and it's already hitting 10 o'clock at night, and you waiting to call the police till the next day. Y'all, that is unacceptable. Let's continue, y'all. Smash the like button.
Was able to go to sleep at night without hearing from Nasiah or having any indication that she was coming home at night. And of course, the defendant, who I will get to in a minute. I don't know who else failed Nasiah, but the community did. As far as the people establishing probable cause.
Facts, Goddess. Goddess said, what parent is perfect but D? Yes. Yes. Now that is too far, right? We know when something ain't right, when our kids should be home at a certain time and they're not home. And when you start worrying, I'm not gonna be like, well, Mary J is not at home. You know, I guess I'll wait till and see if she'll pop up in the morning. Maybe, you know, I'll just wait and see if she'll pop up in the morning. And if she doesn't pop up in the morning, I guess I'll call the police. Y'all, that is bad parenting. That is somebody who don't care. They're probably running the streets, doing them, not even caring if the kids did their homework or anything, right? Y'all, this is sad. This is very sad. A whole lot of people failed this little girl.
I will focus on count 1, as it's been stated that there is no contention with counts 2 and 3. In count 3, I will amend based off of the motion and testimony I heard that Nasiah was 12 and not 13 at the time that Jarvis Butts had sexual intercourse.
Wow.
The prosecution is correct. You do not have to have a body to establish first-degree premeditated murder. It would have been a much shorter exam had her body been found, but this is where we are. In the last 365 days, no text messages. We all heard today and yesterday that she was very active and frequently texting. No social media for a year. We heard from testimony that she was also active on social media. No phone calls, which she was also able to do according to testimony. No physical sighting of her by anyone. She never came back to school. No one.
Yes, Goddess, this judge, I watched this before, you know, I played it. And yes, this judge, you can tell she was emotional about the whole situation, because it's very sad when you see a little 12-year-old child getting essayed, you know, from somebody who is 41 years old and around the family, looking and lurking, hanging around, and then you don't care. Did they even know? I believe they probably even knew and didn't care, to me. I don't know. But why was this little girl basically going and coming as she pleased? Like she's going to a hotel at night with this grown man? Y'all, it just doesn't add up to me.
No one has seen her. Medical records dated from July 2014 to October 2023 indicated that she had no life-threatening medical issues that would lead to a natural cause of death. The black hoodie found in the area of 7 Mile and Berg with her DNA and blood on it. The holes in the hoodie consistent with some sort of struggle, violence, or weapon being used. And we know that there were no holes in that hoodie when she wore it to school. We saw a picture of her in a black hoodie on her last day that everyone saw her. I do believe her grandma.
Oh, Global said the grandmother knew. The grandmother knew that this grown 41-year-old man is messing around with her granddaughter. She does need to be in jail, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe that she needs to be in jail. She needs to be up under the jail. And the auntie needs to be up under the jail too. Whoever the 2 adults were, it was a grandma and somebody else. They need to be up under the jail, y'all. This is sad.
Grandma testified truthfully about the sweatshirt that she had on, and that was practically new. And the border agent, who said that no evidence of animals would have destroyed the clothing or the shoes to...
Oh, Global, you did say something about the animals destroying the clothes and the shoes. Oh, okay, and that's what the judge is talking about right now.
possibly lead to animals tearing up that hoodie. The clear glasses found in the blue Nissan the day after she went missing. The behavior of the defendant when he snatched those glasses. They looked exactly like the glasses she had on in her last picture, according to the witness. The shoes that her brother described as the same shoes that were found also in the area of 7 Mountain Bird near the hoodie. While this is still probable cause, the evidence all points to Jarvis Butts. His locations, him being seen with her last, the abortion searches, the abrupt silence between the 2 of them in text messages.
Wow.
And the constant lies he told throughout the entire investigation.
Wow.
And they were proven to be lies with text messages.
So they had the text messages. Yes, Global, you're absolutely right. They had these text messages because, y'all, they found his phone and they were looking and doing, you know, checking his phone, checking her tablet, trying to see what conversations was had between the 2 of them. And that's how they found out that he was trying to give her some herbal tea to get rid of the baby and also some red antifreeze. So they were reading between the messages between her and the pedophile. Y'all, this is sad. OMG, y'all. This is, oh my, this is heart-wrenching. Oh my God.
Other testimony.
Are you looking for a
Oh
new
wow.
fence or gate?
Let me skip this commercial. Y'all, this is terrible. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my God. Let's continue.
We may never know what happened, but from what I heard today and over the last 4 or 5 days, it appears he intended to perform what he thought was a do-it-yourself abortion on Desire. They went south, and instead of seeking medical attention for her, he intentionally killed her and tried his best to cover it up.
Wow.
As much as I want her to be alive today, there is at least probable cause to show and believe that she's dead. She was murdered by Jarvis Butts. Mr. Butts, stand up.
Oh wow. So he Googled.
You've been sitting over there,
Uh-oh.
with your head down.
So he Googled how to get rid of a baby, how to do basically a homebound abortion. And they found that in their conversation in his I guess his phone. Y'all, I mean, this is crazy. The digital footprint is no joke. Wherever we go on our phones, our tablets, our laptops, y'all, they are going to find it. That's why they got all that stuff from Diddy, because they wanted to see what Diddy was into. But y'all, let's continue. This judge is not playing. She about to read him his rights, y'all. Look at him. Look at the pedo. And he's over here trying to hide behind the mask. Like as if nobody's gonna know who he is once he gets to the big house. He's a pedophile, y'all. I'm telling you, them guards are waiting for him. I'm telling you. They are waiting for him.
I want you to pay attention. Listen to everything I have to say. I have been trying to figure out for the last 5 days, you. At one point I thought you were cognitively impaired in the beginning of this exam. And that maybe you had the brain of a 10-year-old, and that's why you were doing such things. But as I heard more and more testimony, you're just the true definition of a pedophile.
Wow. Get him, Judge.
You laugh and brag about all the women you have with children, with different women and the children and the girlfriends, and making babies to groom them, and having them in your presence, cleaning up your shop. And the little girls around you has landed you here today.
Wow.
You played mind games with her. We all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you two were disgusting to hear.
Did y'all hear what the judge said? She said that the text messages between him and Naziah were disgusting. Oh my God, y'all, I got to wrap that back, y'all. This judge is giving him, she's giving it to him, y'all. This is sickening.
Mind games with her, we all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you two were disgusting to hear. And to think that she had you saved in her phone as babe for life.
Oh,
Naziah,
how are you going to have somebody, a grown man that's 41 years old, talking to a 12-year-old, and the name she had saved him under was Babe for Life? Y'all, this is crazy. This is sickening.
deserves so much more. And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you are the monster in this whole picture.
That's right. A whole
She didn't
monster.
deserve love from her parents and everyone who was in her life. She was ignored, she was neglected, and you took complete advantage of that. She wanted someone to love her, and she will never know what that feels like. Your children deserve more.
And I wonder, how many kids does he have? Global, do you know how many kids he has? Does he have daughters, Global? Y'all, this is sad. This is, oh my goodness, y'all.
As much as the defense counsel has raised issues on count one, all that has done is raise the question of fact for the trier of fact, which means that this will be for a jury or a judge to hear at Third Circuit. I
Wow.
pray for the healing of all the victims and the young girls and possibly boys who have come into contact with you. As a community, we should look at this case as a prime example of how much work we have to do when it comes to protecting our children and especially our Black girls. I pray for closure.
Somebody's crying. It's sad.
And for all those who have been traumatized by you.
Mm.
And for you, Jarvis Butts, I wish you a speedy trial and that justice be delivered. Your bind-over date is January 16th at 9 o'clock a.m.
Wow. Y'all, that judge is not playing with him. And then the sister, okay, somebody said the sister told on him. And I do remember the sister got on the stand, and then it was the fiance. But I'm trying to figure out, let me see something real quick, you guys. Let me go to this. The sister testifies, but also it was his fiance that was speaking too. But I'm trying to figure out, because they said that Nariah was Nariah's aunt's boyfriend. I think if I understood that correctly. Hey, Cas Marie, welcome in. Yeah, I was wondering. Let me see. Global. So you guys, we have Global in the building. Global is a janitor at the school where Naziah went to. So he knows a lot about what's going on, right? I want to know if Naziah was the niece of the dark-skinned lady that got on the stand and was speaking, or who was she the niece of? Because they were saying that Naziah was his girlfriend or fiance's or the aunt's boyfriend or something like that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see. Hi, Cas Marie, welcome in. Yeah, Global, do you know it was a grandma's kids. Yeah, he had a fiance, and the fiance got on the stand and was, the fiance, I'm trying to find where the fiance went on the stand. Let me see. The fiance went on the stand, and his sister went on the stand. Let me see. But I was trying to, cause from what I read that the sister, that Naraya was the niece of the female. Huh. I'm trying to figure out. Global. The sister's name is Shannon. Okay, but is the but Global, can you answer me this? Is who they said that she was the niece. It was her aunt's, that this guy was her aunt's boyfriend. And I'm trying to see if it was the aunt's boyfriend, was that girl the one that was the fiance? I don't know. I'm just kind of confused as to the dark-skinned lady. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know, let me see. Now this right here is the sister. Wait, no, not the sister. Hold on. So this girl right here is the sister.
Did you see Jarvis Butts in the courtroom today?
I saw him walking in.
Okay. And can you point to him and tell me the color of the clothing that he's wearing?
He has on, I believe it's dark green shirt. He's sitting behind the lady to the side of you.
And your Honor, with the record reflected when it identified the defendant in this case?
It's not reflected. And just to be clear, you said I saw him walking in. You saw him when you were walking in or when he was walking in?
When I was walking in just now.
Thank you.
And Ms. Butts, where did you know Jarvis to work?
He worked at a shop on Warren and F, called Frank's, and then he moved to a shop on Hopper and Connors. I don't know the name of it.
Huh.
And Ms. Butts, do you remember talking to Detroit police back on February 26, 2024?
Yeah.
And y'all, she looks like she's upset too. Even when she's kind of talking, it seemed like she's upset at him. Like, dude, you're my brother, but you've been already to prison one time for 10 years with this same situation. Now I'm over here to have to talk on the stand because I didn't see your raggedy butt with this little girl. This is crazy, right?
And what's the reason that you went and talked to Detroit police?
I had reason to believe that I saw
Oh, wait. It sounds like she went and told on him.
Isaiah the day she
Tell me about that. What makes you believe that you saw Isaiah on the day she went missing?
Where do you want me to start this one?
So, from the very beginning, where is it that you think you saw Isaiah?
Years ago, right?
No, this is
At the shop
recent.
on Harbor and Commerce.
This?
Okay, and whose shop is that?
My brother Jarvis Butts and his partner.
Okay.
Stop.
What's the reason you were at your brother's shop that day?
Something was wrong with the car that I was driving, and I just needed him to check it out to make sure it was safe for me to drive.
Do you
Oh, okay. So she kind of like, if I'm understanding, she popped in the shop and was like, something's wrong with my car. And that's when she seen what she's seen. Am I understanding that correct? Okay, Tigra says she saw something. Okay, let's continue. Because y'all, she looked like she is furious at her brother.
recall about what time did you go to Jarvis's shop that day?
About 4 p.m., give or take a few minutes.
Okay, and about what time did you leave?
Somewhere between 6 and 6:30.
Okay. And what is it that you noticed while you were at the shop?
So, it's a two car, garage. So I was sitting outside of the shop in my car because they were working on another car on the inside. As I sat there for the time that I was there, I kept seeing a little girl get in and out of his truck, going to the gas station and going back to his car.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there. Whose car are we talking about?
My brother.
Okay, and what kind of car?
Oh, so she seen, oh, so she was at the shop and she sees this little girl get in and out of her brother's car. I mean, if that's what I'm understanding her correctly. Okay. Okay, so she knew, she's like, this ain't right. There's something wrong with this picture.
What was it?
I believe the Cadillac Escalade.
Okay. Do you remember what color?
Kind of like a pearl white, off white clean color.
Okay, and you said you described this as like a 2 garage shop.
Yes.
Okay, and I want to look.
Jamil said that dude better stay in PC because if he don't, they gonna have a field day with him in population. Oh yes, Jamil, they probably waiting for him right now because this is a horrific crime and he already been down 10 years with the same crap, the same pedo crimes.
Approach with people's Exhibit 7.
Okay.
Now, Ms. Books, do you recognize what is it we're looking at in People's Exhibit 7?
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
That is the shop
Okay.
right in the middle.
And where at were you parked when you saw someone getting in and out of Jarvis's truck?
In front of the car doors, or the garage right here, I was parked facing, I don't know what direction it is, but going towards garage. I was out in front, but outside.
Okay, so you were kind of parked parallel with the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you draw a T where your truck was?
My car.
Yeah, your car was. Yes. And then put an arrow the way you were facing.
And y'all, maybe if she probably would have said something, let me turn the camera. Maybe if she would have said something, maybe he would have probably started fighting her or something. Maybe he had a temper on him. I don't know. But maybe that's why she just went to the police with it. Because she was probably like, I want them to catch him red-handed because he already knows how I feel about what he's already done. Because, you know, you got some family members that will be acting like they don't see nothing. But you got some family members that will go just like she did and called and went to the police station and made a report. But, y'all, she seems like she is hotter than fish grease on this stand, y'all. Let's continue.
And where is it where that Jarvis's truck was? Just put a J where Jarvis's truck was. And what way was his truck facing?
It was facing my direction, so the front was
Towards you. Okay, so put an arrow for that direction.
So she must have been parked, I guess, probably at a location, like she said, where she could see in, you know, where this little girl was like getting in and out of the car. And she was probably like, what the world's going on? And while she was waiting, because she said she was waiting outside the shop while he was working on another car, she was waiting and probably observing and seeing, like, what is this little girl doing jumping in and out of your truck? You know, probably, I don't know what time it was, but whatever time it was, you know, she was like, this is not right. She went and, y'all, I'm telling you, she went and she looked like she was upset. Like she is like teed off right now, even in court, even having to testify against her own brother. But she did the right thing. Like I said, was her not, you know, confronting him head on, you know, something that she feared her for safety? Did he carry a pow-pow on him, you know, even though he wasn't supposed to because he's already a pedophile? I mean, I don't know, y'all. I have no idea. But, y'all, let's see what else she's being asked.
Now,
Oh, shout out to Nini Bino. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. And y'all, if y'all can just hit the like button, y'all, that would be helpful to support the channel too. But thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Do you get a look at this little girl that you see getting in and out of his car?
I saw her, because she was walking. I never saw her face.
Oh, wow.
Did you see any clothing?
I did.
Okay. Did anything about the clothing stick out to you that you remember?
I just remember her having on a colorful jacket.
Okay. And what door, which side do you remember seeing her getting in and out of Jarvis's truck? Or did it change?
I don't really remember.
Okay, that's okay. So you said you mostly remember a jacket, a colorful jacket.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Was this girl, let me turn. Was this during a school day or was it during the weekend? I really want to know. Let's continue. Let's see what else she's being asked.
I'm going to show you what's marked as People's Exhibit 2, which is already admitted, and People's Proposed Exhibit 10. Governor, may I approach?
Yes.
Handing you what's marked as People's Exhibits 2 and 10. Okay. Do you recognize anything in those photos?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What is it that you recognize?
Right here, this jacket.
And for the record, you're pointing up in channel 1, and you recognize this like pink colorful jacket?
Yes.
Okay. And that's a
Hey, welcome in, Celebrity Scandalous. Y'all, we have Celebrity Scandalous. If you guys are not, please go check her channel out and subscribe to her channel, y'all.
the People's Exhibit 10. Your Honor, I would move for the admission of People's Proposed Exhibit 10 as Exhibit 10. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of the jacket that you saw that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, move for the proposed People's Exhibit 10.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, it'll be admitted as People's Exhibit 10.
Okay. And in People's 2, is that also, where is the, what you recognize in People's Exhibit 2?
So you guys, welcome in. If y'all are just joining us, we're kind of listening in. This little girl, Naziah Harris, was 12 years old. She was raped and, unalived by a 41-year-old grown man pedophile who had previously just finished serving 10 years in prison. He got out. He was somehow linked up with this little girl from the family, the grandma, and people were allowing him to be around. And it turned out to where he was grooming her, having Rex, and got her pregnant, unalived her. And now the sister, she is on the stand testifying because she went to her brother's shop, which is the pedophile. She went to the brother's shop. She seen this little girl getting out of her brother's truck, and she's like paying attention. And then she went to the police, and if I'm understanding correctly, she went to the police to try and basically not try. She went to the police to tell on him about the situation. But let's see what else they are talking about.
Looks like channel 2 here, maybe.
Okay, facing the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And you recognize the jacket in this photo too, right? Yes.
It's a little blurry, but it looks the same.
Okay. And what about in channel 1 of Exhibit 2?
It would be this one right here.
Okay, and it's fair to say that's the back of a jacket? It seems to be the back of a jacket? Okay. Thank you. And you said that you saw this little girl with this jacket on getting in and out going into the gas station?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know who this little girl was at the time?
No.
Okay. Is there a time that you...
Oh, okay. So see, the sister didn't even know who Naziah was. Okay, see, that's why I was trying to figure out how, yeah, I'm still like kind of questioning some things, but y'all, let's continue.
You ever get out of your car?
Yes.
And what do you do?
I needed to use the restroom, so I asked his partner if I could use the restroom. He told me to go and tell him in the gas station. And as I was walking towards the gas station, she was walking in front of me going into the gas station.
Okay, so about how far in front of you was she?
I would say maybe where the gentleman in the gray blazer is behind. Yeah, maybe a little bit further, and I'm pretty sure about that distance.
From where you are to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Boy, I'm really bad at estimates.
20, 25 feet.
I'd say I would agree with about 20, 25 feet.
So so when she was going to the gas station, the little girl was in front of her. So I wonder if she took pictures and was, checking out what, was going on, because she was paying attention. She was paying attention to what's going on. And I'm sure she did because she knows her brother was a pedophile. So she's probably thinking, why is this little girl in and out your car? Now she's going to the corner store. Y'all, let's continue. This is crazy.
And you said you never got a chance to see this little girl's face.
No.
Was there anything else about her that you can remember?
I just remember her being kind of small, like outside, just seeing her get in and out of the car. When I was walking towards her, I was like, she's tiny, and I just remembered the code.
Okay. Tiny, like in what way? Like tiny, skinny, short?
Kind of skinny and short.
Okay. And did you ever ask Jarvis who the little girl was?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He told me, and I can't remember if it was this exact word, or he said it's my partner's niece, or he said it was King's niece.
Okay, but you knew who he was referring to?
Yes.
Okay. Did you think anything?
Y'all, if I seen a little girl around my brother, and I know my brother is a pedophile, and the little girl is in and out of my brother's car who's a pedophile, that wouldn't be a good enough answer. Oh, that's his niece. Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. And she said that the little girl was very little, very tiny.
Think of it at the time?
No.
Okay. And what is it that made you think something? Was there a time where you thought something different?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that made you think something different?
I received phone call, a video call from one of his kids' mom, and she told me about some things that happened on Valentine's Day, and then she sent me a video of a podcast about my brother.
Oh.
And what did you do as a result of receiving those things?
I called Shannon and I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number.
Okay. And who's the Shannon that you called?
His kid's mom.
Shannon Harris?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do anything before you go and talk to Sergeant Jones?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that you do?
Okay, so after having a conversation with Shannon Harris and his other kid's mom, I was informed that his partner King, I guess something happened where
Objection, this is hearsay.
There's not a statement yet, Judge.
Getting informants. I'm not sure what she's even.
Oh, so homeboy was on a whole podcast. Something happened on Valentine's Day. And y'all, this is crazy. Y'all, this is crazy. And then she was talking to his baby's mom, his children's mother, about something. But y'all, let's continue. This is getting interesting.
To the extent that it's informed response to statement. You might have to object in a couple moments. You need to speak up. If you can stand up and make your objection.
Yes, just objecting to the fact that she was informed of something. It appears this might be hearsay. But we'll see. Yeah.
Could you finish what you were saying? I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm trying to remember where I got. Okay, so after talking to Shannon Harris and his other kid's mom, I was informed of some things that had taken place, I think Valentine's Day, so they told me that his partner King.
Okay, so at this point, this is hearsay. They told me, and the lack of personal knowledge, the things that she was informed of.
Can I finish?
1 second.
What?
What is an objection?
I'm sorry.
The witness has to stop talking.
So based
The lady keeps on stopping her because she's saying hearsay. So I'm trying to figure out what did the people say on the podcast, and what did the baby mama tell her that happened on Valentine's Day?
on those, do you go and talk to someone else?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you go and talk to?
His partner King
Okay. And where is it that you go and talk to King at?
at the shop on Harbor and Commerce.
Okay. And without telling you what King said, kind of describe what was your conversation about?
Well, I went to see what happened and what was going on. During that time, I told him that I had never seen any little girl at my brother's shop besides my nieces, outside of the little girl that I saw getting out of his truck that day.
Oh.
And you told this to who?
King.
And who is King again?
His business partner.
Okay. And do you know his government name?
I believe it's Cordero or something like that.
I wish she would hurry up and say, I'm like anxious. I want to like pat her on the back and be like, get it out. What happened? What was said? What was it? Let's continue.
Always call him King.
Okay. So you went and told him that you hadn't seen anyone out at the shop besides your nieces and then the one little girl you saw that one day.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ask him about that little girl?
Well, I didn't ask him about it. After I said that to him, he told me.
Objection, Your Honor, this is going to be hearsay again.
Judge, it's going to go to the effect on the listener.
There could be an exception. I don't know what she's saying. So you might as well just stay standing up. Go ahead, say what you were saying.
After I mentioned to him that I had only saw my nieces and one particular little girl, he then told me that that was Naziah that I saw that day and I was there.
Oh, wow.
So an objection given, now that she has testified to that it is hearsay, that it's being introduced for the truth.
And see, me being who I am, I'm telling y'all, I would have busted my brother out. Like, what's that little girl jumping in and out of your truck? What's she doing up here when you're at work and that is not your children? Y'all, I would have put him on blast, and I wouldn't even said it. I would have said it loud, knowing that he's a pedophile. I would have embarrassed him all the way. I mean, throughout the whole shop. I would have said it loud, like, sir, who's that little girl in jumping in and out your car? That ain't none of my nieces. That's none of your kids. Cause y'all, this girl already knows her brother's a pedophile. I would have busted him out. And if we had to have a knockdown, drag down, or whatever, at least I could say I saved the girl. But maybe he had a pow. Maybe he was violent. Maybe she was kind of scared of him. I don't know why she waited and went and told the police instead of like confronting him at, that point in time. But I mean, shout out to her for telling, but I would have knocked, look, I execute on point. I wouldn't be waiting and wondering, looking and lurking, because now the little girl's unalive. But y'all, let's continue.
Judge, I would say that it's actually a statement of identification.
So this is not an identification that she personally made, she's just being told.
When she
Yeah, that's right, celebrity, scandalous. I would have did that too. I would have asked, little girl, what's your name? Who's your mama? Who's your family? What are you doing up here? Are you supposed to be in school? Or if it's a Saturday, are you supposed to be at your mama house, your grandma house?
saw Messiah that day, so it's.
She didn't know who it was. I mean, she had no idea who this was. That's
She
not
didn't know
her
who she was.
identification.
So it is hearsay.
Okay. So, without saying what King said, were you informed of anything about a little girl that you saw on January 9th, 2024?
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, Jarvis had told you that that was King's niece?
Yes.
Okay. And when you talked to King, did you have reason to not believe what Jarvis told you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you?
See, so she knew. She had reason to believe, not to believe him. She knew what he was up to.
Know your nieces from Jarvis? Sorry. That is a poorly worded question. I am sorry. If that was your niece, would you have recognized her that day?
Yes.
Okay. And you did not recognize this little girl as your niece, did you?
No.
Okay. What is it that you did after speaking with King that day?
I called Shannon Harris and I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number.
Okay. And did you eventually talk to Sergeant Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
But why would she call the baby mom and ask for Sergeant Jones's number? I'm confused on that part, you guys. I don't understand. Is Sergeant Jones like the police or investigator or the boy's probation officer? I don't know.
Sorry about that. What day was it that you went to the shop and saw the little girl?
Can I ask you a question? I didn't remember the exact date at that time.
Was it a school day?
Okay. What is it that makes you believe that it was Messiah Harris that you saw on that day?
I'm not quite sure how to answer what you're asking me. Like,
That may be a poorly worded question. I'm sorry. Can I just have 1 second, Judge?
Yes.
Like, she's taking a long time to answer a lot of these questions. Like, are you, is the brother got you scared or something? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like, girl, hurry up and get to the point.
Ms. Butts, did you come to learn of the day that you had gone to Jarvis's shop by going through the locations on your phone?
yes.
Okay. And that's the day that you don't remember off the top of your head right now, but it is revealed in your phone locations?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. 1
I mean, there's a lot of paper fumbling, y'all. I don't know. Maybe she is being meticulous on her answers because maybe she's kind of shocked, appalled, maybe upset that her brother did this. But at the same time, like, I don't know, everybody reacts to stuff different, right? Everybody reacts to stuff different. But I know if there's a child in there and that child does not belong, especially if I know my brother is a pedophile and already served 10 years, and I see a little girl jumping in and out of his truck, and the little girl is not my niece. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm gonna skip over because she is like, kind of taking a while, and they're answering a whole lot of going back and forth with questions. But the the fiance, let me see. The fiance, let me see. The fiance, she spoke, and she was saying that he would park his car around the corner. Like, you got a boyfriend, he's coming over because she said they never lived together, right? But he's parking around the corner. Like, why would you not park in front of my house or in the driveway? Is that suspect behavior? Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that's suspect behavior. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see his fiance, because I think his fiance, when she was on the jury on the stand, she didn't take as long as this as a sister, but I do know that let me see. The fiance, because I was like, how he had a whole fiance and he was doing all this craziness, right? Let me see, Jarvis Butts, let me see, Jarvis Butts, fiance speaks. Let me see if I can look up the fiance, because the fiance, like I said, she didn't speak that long, and she kind of answered the questions, and she was like maybe 2 or 3 minutes or something like that. Let me see if I can find her. Let me see. Because she was in and out of there. And she said they didn't live together, but he would come over, and he will be coming over and parking his car around the corner. I'm like, parking your car around the corner? Let me see. I had these videos lined up and my laptop had turned off. But that was kind of strange to me. Like, what? You dating somebody, they parking around the corner? Like, who you hiding from, right? Like, who are you hiding from, sir? But we know that okay, here it is right here. She speaks, and I mean, y'all, I was like, girl, did you miss a couple of signs? Like, certain things, you would think that, yeah, this one's a short, it's like 14 minutes, but let's see what she has to say. And that's this is his fiance.
Order your name right here, and then I'll swear you in.
Hey, Blue Moose, welcome in.
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Watch your step. And once you get situated, you can hold that whole microphone with the little white cap on it in your lap, or just lean into it. Okay. Just tug it off of it.
May I proceed, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you. Could you state your name for the record, ma'am?
Tashina Davis.
And Ms. Davis, I want to ask you about someone by the name of Jarvis Butts. Do you know that person?
Yes.
And how do you know Mr. Butts?
He was my fiance.
And do you see Mr. Butts in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Could you point to him and identify a piece of clothing that he's wearing?
He's right there with a green top on.
For the record, the witness has identified the defendant, Jarvis Butts, in this matter.
So reflective.
Thank you. And how long, you said he was your fiance.
Yes.
How long in total have you known Mr. Butts?
4 years.
And-
Since 2019.
2019? Is that a yes?
Yes.
2019, he was her fiance. They were fiancés from 2019 to 2024. And oh my God, y'all, let's listen to her.
And when did you become engaged?
2023.
And can you tell us a little bit about the nature of that relationship? Do you have any children with him? Things like that?
No children.
Okay. And would Mr. Butts sometimes stay over at your house?
Yes.
How often would that happen?
Pretty often, but we didn't live together.
Okay. I want to take your attention back to January of 2024 and February of 2024. Did there come a time when Jarvis Butts asked you to drive him to court?
Yes.
And when was that?
February 7th.
Of 24?
Yes.
And was there...
And y'all, she was driving him to court on charges of these other little kids. Y'all, I'm telling you, he was running game. He was like a smooth criminal. Like, you are sleeping with a whole pedo. He's over around your kids, coming to your house from 2019 all the way up to last year. Y'all, this is crazy.
The time before that you had to drive him to court?
Yes.
And when was that?
January, I think it was the 9th.
Okay.
It was in January.
So you've at least driven him to court twice?
Yes.
And let's talk about the January 9th date that you drove him. What was the reason he wasn't driving himself? Why were you driving him?
Because he thought he was going to have to turn himself in then for another case, and then they rescheduled it.
Oh.
You guys, I don't believe that. I think now that we know, let me turn this around. Okay, I'm trying to jump a little bit ahead because I'm trying to piece things together. Now that we know that his car was found on the side of his house, right? They had basically towed it because he had unalived this little girl. So she was thinking probably that, like she said, he thought that he had to turn himself in. No, the car was probably had blood and all kind of stuff from him unaliving that little girl. And it was sitting on the side of his house by that time, I believe. So he couldn't. He probably either was probably hiding her in there maybe, or something was sketchy with that car, with his own car. But y'all, let's continue. I may be wrong.
Okay, so on the 9th, he was supposed to turn himself in, but didn't actually end up doing that.
Correct.
Okay. And then on the 7th, did he ask you to drive him to court again?
Yes.
And what was the reason that you drove him to court on the 7th?
Because he was supposed to turn himself in.
And did he end up turning himself in on the 7th?
Yes.
Okay. When you were driving him on the 7th of February 2024, first, what kind of car do you drive?
2005 Suburban.
And what color is it?
Tan.
And when you were driving him to court, who else was with you, if anyone?
Nobody.
Just you and Mr. Butts?
Yes.
And when you were driving him to court, did you ask him about his cell phone?
Yes.
What did you ask him?
I said, where's your phone?
And what was his response when you asked him that question?
He left it at home.
Oh, so he was, y'all, OMG. Y'all, he was finessing her 2 times. He said he left his phone at the house. He left his phone at the house, y'all. Let's continue, y'all. He was finessing her up and down. Y'all, oh my goodness, y'all. He was a smooth criminal.
And did you have any other conversation regarding his phone on the 7th when you were driving him to court?
No.
And you said he did turn himself in?
Yes.
And so you drove back home, correct?
Yes.
Did you eventually have some contact with the police department?
Yes.
And where were you when you had that contact?
In the hospital.
And what did they ask you about generally?
Did I know anything about a missing child?
And do you know anything about missing child?
No.
Wow.
Did they ask you about his cell phone?
Yeah, I believe so.
And did you know or have any reason to believe, other than what Jarvis told you, that his phone was someplace else?
No.
And did you know that his phone was in your car?
No.
Did you give permission to the police to search your car?
No, they just came and took it.
They had a search warrant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so they were probably watching him and they just took her car. She said that she didn't give them permission. They just took her car and searched it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let's continue to listen. Wow.
And were you present at your house when they came and took your car?
No.
And did you observe them search through your car and pull anything out?
No.
Oh. May I have one moment, Judge?
Yes.
And you said you knew Jarvis Butts for 4 years?
Yes.
And would you communicate with him via...
Girl, you knew this boy for 4 years and you became his fiance and you ain't seen not one, y'all, she ain't seen not one sign? For 4 years and she ain't seen no sign of nothing? Y'all he was a smooth criminal, a smooth operator, y'all. There's no way 4 years gone by and you don't know what is going on. Y'all, this is crazy, y'all. Let's continue. He was smooth, or maybe she wasn't paying attention.
Cell phone?
Yes.
And do you know the last 4 digits of his phone number, if you remember?
9.
If you don't remember...
I don't remember.
Okay. With looking at text messages, refresh your memory?
Yes.
May I approach, Judge?
Yes.
You can just look at the phone.
And y'all, Depta and Dida and everybody that's saying that she's lying. Let me tell you this, like I said, I watched the parole board in Louisiana. And this type of stuff be happening. Maybe she did know and she was a participant and is probably trying to disassociate herself. Or she really didn't know. I mean, it's only 2 of those things. I mean, do y'all think she's lying? Put a 1 if y'all think she's lying. Put a 2 if you think that she did not know anything that this boy was doing. After being with this dude for 4 years, put a 1 if she was a participant. Put a 2 if y'all think she had not a clue what this boy was up to. Out of 4 years, y'all can't tell me y'all with somebody and y'all don't know what in the Sam Hill is going on. There's no way. 4 years, even though they didn't live together, y'all are together. You are the fiance, right? The fiance. You don't know what your fiance is out in them streets doing. He coming to your house and parking around the corner. Y'all, y'all are right. Maybe she was a participant and she didn't want. Now I'm thinking she didn't want him to park that car because she didn't want the police or the feds or whoever to be rolling up in front of her house. Maybe if they thought that that he was about to be caught in hot water, maybe he didn't want the police to be busting her in front of her house and her neighbors and everybody could see. That could be possible too. I don't know, y'all. I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Let's continue to listen to what the fiance had to say.
The first one.
And does that refresh your memory?
Yes.
And what were the last 4 digits of Jarvis Butts' phone number?
8719.
That's true, T-girl. Sometimes you don't know.
At some point after you dropped Jarvis Butts off at the courthouse and he turned himself in, did you go to his place of employment at 9000 Connors?
No.
Okay, did you ever talk to his business partner, Cordell, right?
No.
Okay. I have nothing further questions.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Let me back that up just a little bit. Hold on. Hold on.
At Frank's garage. Morning, Ms. Davis. You met Mr. Butts at Frank's garage, is that right?
Yes.
And that's where Mr. Butts was working about 4 years ago.
Yes.
You're taking your car there?
Yes.
And I think in your words you said you kind of never left after you met him. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
You guys got along really well?
Yes.
And you just kind of started a relationship from there?
Yes.
Would you go up to the garage after that relationship started,
Yes.
kind of just to drop in?
Yes.
At any point in time while you were at Frank's garage, did you ever see any children there?
No.
Is it fair to say that Mr. Butts was very protective of his phone around you?
Yes.
He would never let you see his phone.
Oh, okay. So he was one of those ones that like he making sure that he got the 10 passcode number to get into the phone. He probably had the face where you look at your face and try to get in the phone. He probably had all kind of things just to get into his phone because she said that it was like, no, he was basically being sneaky. And we know when anybody, a female or male, it could go both ways, right? If they are sneaky, they're not letting you the phone sit down. They always in their house robe with the phone in the pocket, in their pajamas with the phone in the pocket. You're like, golly, is the phone gonna sleep with you too? Like, why are you holding that phone so tight? Y'all, there is not, I mean, y'all, these are the signs. These are the signs. And if you can't trust nobody, they hiding their phone like that, they doing something sneaky. They doing something sneaky.
Screen wouldn't give you access. Certainly didn't give you his passcode or anything. In fact, you've actually actively tried to get into his phone, right?
Yes.
I think you had mentioned that when he was sleeping, you tried to kind of wave it in front of him to see if that would unlock it.
Oh, see, y'all, I knew it. Homeboy had the face recognition. He had probably, you got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 12 digits to get in the ABC just to get in his phone. She said she took the phone and when he was sleeping, she was waving it in front of his face for the face recognition to see if she could get in the phone. Y'all, homeboy was, he finessed her about 12 times if she didn't know. I don't know if the girl is lying, but y'all, it sounds like he kind of finessed her about 12 times. You with this homeboy for 4 years. The boy is never comfortable with leaving his phone. Y'all, he probably take a shower with the phone in his booty crack. He probably takes goes to sleep with it in his pajamas. Every time he goes somewhere, the phone is glued to him. Are these like not the signs that she really should have been paying attention to instead of trying to pay attention to other things possibly, y'all? He finessed her, but let's listen, y'all. He had that phone on lockdown.
You took a picture of his face once and tried to put the screens together. So you wanted to know what was in his phone.
Yes.
And he did not want you to know what was in his phone,
No.
as far as you know? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Did you ever talk to him about why he was so secretive with his phone?
Yes.
And
Look, he said it's private. What's going on in my life is private. But he was probably using her. He was probably sleeping to her house numerous days. She's probably not even telling how he was probably almost moved up in there. But the homeboy was probably going from house to house. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. He was parking his car around the corner. Y'all, he was doing the most. He was doing the most. And she was like finesse 2 times. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
does it have something to do with the fact that he was seeing other ladies?
Yes.
And you suspected that at the time?
Yes.
And so that's why you were looking for proof?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, fiance, you was dating homeboy for 4 years, and you felt like he was cheating on you. What made you keep him around for 4 years? Maybe she thought he was the only fish. Yeah, maybe she thought he was the only fish in the sea. He looks like a nice person. She's a pretty girl, but she's a big girl. Nothing's wrong with that. Maybe she had a self-esteem. She's like, oh, he's too fine. Oh no, he's too fine. I'm gonna let him have his phone, but I feel something's going on, but but I'm gonna keep him around because sometimes people be like that. But y'all, 4 years and she couldn't get into that phone. She was waving it like this, like she was probably like 1, 2, 6, 7, 9, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all, she was trying to bust that code because she was trying to get in that phone, y'all. He was hiding that phone, y'all. It was like Fort Knox getting in that phone, right? It was like Fort Knox. She couldn't get in that phone, but she knew something was wrong. But why did she keep him around for so long? Y'all, let's continue to listen to this because this fiance, I think we need to get her a hot toddy, y'all.
So even though you suspected that Mr. Butts was unfaithful to you, you still stayed with him?
Yes.
One reason for that is because he was good with the kids?
Yes.
He cared for your...
He was good with her kids? You tell me that just because somebody is good with the kids, but they hiding the phone, that you gonna stay with them? He's good with my kids, and I'ma stay with him for 4 years, but he ain't surrendering that phone? Y'all, I'm telling you, he finessed her like 12 times. Let's continue, y'all. I mean, 12 times 2, 2 times 4.
Took them places. He took your son up to the shop.
Yes.
He showed him how to change the oil in the car.
Correct.
And you viewed him as a good father figure.
Yes.
Did you ever see anything?
Oh, wait, y'all. Hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up. She had boys. So she had boys. He didn't want them boys. He was using her probably as a safe house or something, per se. Because, he was messing with nothing but little girls. So was he using this to cover up his pedophilia stuff with these other girls? Parking his car around the corner? Keeping his cell phone close to him, in the butt crack when he take a shower, in his pajama pants or in his robe, sleeping with his phone and stuff like that? He was using her for a safe house, I believe. Let's continue, y'all. I mean, he didn't have fiance. He had the wool pulled over her eyes, y'all.
Inappropriate, or that would cause you to see a red flag with regard to him and your children?
No.
Did you ever see him acting inappropriately with any other children?
No.
Certainly, if you had, you would not have allowed him in your house. Fair to say?
Absolutely not.
You knew that Mr. Butts had other children, right?
Yes.
With a woman named Angel
Yes.
and a woman named Shannon.
Yes.
He talks about his children with you.
Wait, hold up, you guys. Did she even know that he was a pedophile? Did she even know that he was a pedophile, y'all? I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Did she know he was a whole pedophile while she was trying to be up there smoothing and grooving with homeboy? Cause homeboy had a lot going on. I would have seen them signs within like one day, and he would have been out the door wherever he came from. He would have been out of there. Homeboy would have been out of there. Cause the first time a man will come around to park his car around the corner and walk to my house, that is a huge sign, right? Like, the homeboy, why you hiding? Why you parking around the corner? You can park in the garage or the driveway, or if she lived in an apartment, like right in front of the apartment building. But homeboy was, y'all, oh my goodness, y'all. People, y'all, maybe her elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. Maybe she done fell off a dump truck. I don't know what's going on with homeboy, homegirl, but homeboy then finessed her 12 times, y'all. Let's continue to listen, because this is bananas.
Yes.
Did he ever talk to you about his niece?
No.
About how often would Mr. Butts stay with you on any given week?
Maybe like twice.
Were they like
Hold up,
days?
hold up, ma'am. Did I just hear twice come out of her mouth? Did she say her fiance stays with her only twice out the week? Are you serious? Did she ever question, like, why don't you have your kids? You are together. I'm gonna be the stepmom. I'm wondering, when are you gonna bring your kids around? Before getting married, I'm the stepmom. I want to see these kids. She said twice a week that she sees homeboy. Homeboy was in them streets, y'all. Probably humping and dumping everything, moving, being a pedo to the little children. Y'all. She didn't see these signs. Like somebody somebody said Stevie Wonder could have seen these signs. Like, those are questions. Like, okay, we've been together for 4 years. Did she even meet his children? Probably not, because there was a court order. He's a pedo. He can't be around his own children. So that didn't like ring a bell to her. Did she even know he was a pedo before she was bringing him? Y'all, this girl, y'all, we gonna pray for this fiance, y'all. We gonna pray that she sees signs from maybe the next man that she decides to date, because I mean, y'all, she missed all the red lights, she was blindsided by all the red lights, even the caution yellow lights. Him parking around the corner, that's a caution. That's actually a red light. Like, what's going on? Y'all, this is crazy, y'all. Let's continue to listen to Fiancé.
Or was it random?
Random.
Okay. About what time would he come over?
After his work hours. After like 6 o'clock.
Okay, so you think he would come kind of straight from work?
No, he would probably do something else and then be there later on in the night.
Okay, so.
Okay, so okay. You coming only 2 times. That's a problem for me. We are fiancé, and you come in 2 times, and when you do come, you're not coming like, right after work, like, a couple gets off work, they go straight home. He going out and in them streets, probably being a whole pedo, probably, doing what he does to children and to probably women, right? And he coming over there late at night, at booty call hours. 11, he probably like, fiance, I'll be there at 11:45, 12 o'clock. And she probably was like, okay, baby, okay. That is unacceptable. He's a fiance and you only see him twice a week. And it's not like he got a job where he's a doctor or something, is pulling all these crazy hours. He works at a darn tire shop. Y'all, this girl, we gonna pray. Let's finish listening to Fiancé, because Fiancé, she needs a little help, y'all. We gonna get her a hot toddy.
Closer to like 9, 10?
Yes.
Okay. Would he stay the night with you?
Till about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah, stop right there. Stop, Fiancé. Fiancé. Ain't no fiancé of mine coming over to my house twice a week, when they get out of work, coming over late at night, probably like about 11:45, 12 o'clock, then getting up and leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning? Where do they do that at? Are you sure this was a fiancé? Because it sounds more like a booty call to me. I'm just saying. Because there's no way my fiancé, I'm only seeing him twice a week. He's coming over probably at like 11:59 p.m. Then he's leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all, this is crazy. Y'all, a hot toddy. We need, bartender, we need a hot toddy, please. A one on the 911 immediately, because this girl needs a hot toddy.
Do you know how he would get to your home?
A couple of times he was in a white truck, a white Cadillac truck. Sometime I think he would walk. If he was coming straight from the shop, he would walk. Or if he had my truck, that's how he would get back and forth.
And that's the Suburban?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know Mr. Butts to ever have his own vehicle?
Yes. He had a white Chrysler truck, van like.
Okay. And when did you know him to drive that?
Like maybe the first 2 years we were together.
Okay. Now, when Mr. Butts would come visit you, would he park in your driveway?
Yes.
Would he spend weekends with you also?
Yes.
What's in it?
All right, goddess.
All right, anything else? Thank you.
Ms. Davis, I just have a couple more questions for you. Ms. Quick asked you about Mr. Butts being secretive with his phone. Can you tell me about a time that you had a conversation with him about him being secretive or something like that?
He would never really say anything. He talked in circles. So if you try to ask him a question, it was just always, and you can never get a straight answer out of him.
You stay with him for 4 years, and the boy is talking in circles, ebonics, or maybe another language or something. For 4 years, you dealing with a man talking to you in circles. You can never get a straight answer. And then he had a car for the first 2 years, and then all of a sudden he don't got no car no more. He's driving your car, I think what she said. He's coming over twice a week and leaving at 2 in the morning. Y'all, I mean, I don't know how, that's like 50, 11 signs right there for me. Now, y'all put one in the chat if y'all feel like all of these signs should have been paid attention to. Like, I mean, y'all, come on now. I mean, I think she's in her 40s. Like, I believe at that age, you should have started seeing some of those signs. If your fiance is coming over only twice a week and then getting up, coming at the wee hours of night and then getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and leaving, dude, where are you going? Because you're not going from my bed to work at 3 o'clock. The tire shops are not open. Hello, can you don't holler if you hear me. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, the tire shops don't open until probably 7, 9 o'clock in the morning. So what are you doing in the meanwhile and in between time? Are you because the only thing that's open at 2 o'clock in the morning is the emergency room and legs, right? The only thing that's open. So you are out there doing something in them streets, y'all. Let's continue.
But fair enough, you had multiple conversations about his phone and your access to it, I guess, or lack thereof.
Yes.
And Ms. Quick also asked you about Mr. Butts staying over the night, or staying the night at your house. You said that he would leave around 2 a.m. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you know where he would go when he would leave?
No.
Did he ever tell you where he was going?
Home.
Did you know?
So he gets out of your bed. He gets out of your bed and he says, baby, I'm going home at 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. Why didn't you stay the night? Get up and go straight to work. Why you getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and saying that you are going home? You should have went home last night. You should have never came over to my house and wasted my time and yours, right? Y'all, this girl, I'm telling you, y'all, poor baby. I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, don't.
Where he himself called home?
Yes.
Where was that at?
Wilshire.
And you said you would walk from his place of employment if he was coming straight from there, right?
Yes.
How far from that on Connors, the auto shop on Connors, do you live? How far of a walk?
No, that was when he was on Warren.
Warren and Neff?
Yes.
How far of a walk from that location?
Like 4 blocks.
And did you ever see him drive but not park in your driveway or out front of your house? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
He parked around the corner and he would walk to my house.
And do you know
He was in the white Cadillac.
You said Cadillac?
Yes.
Oh. Was that an Escalade? If you know.
I don't know.
Okay. And do you know the reason why he would park around the corner?
I don't know. I asked him, he would just be like, I didn't drive.
You don't know why homeboy was going around, parking around the corner? I mean, y'all, she has been finessed 12 times by this dude and him trying to tell her, I'm going to park around the corner, or I'm getting up, I'm leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning. No, you're not leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning. Matter of fact, don't even come to my house. Matter of fact, this whole relationship is over. Ain't no man coming to my house at late in the wee hours and leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning talking about he's going home and he could have stayed the night until it's time for him to go to work. Where are you going at 2 o'clock in the morning? Like I said, ain't nothing open but the ER and legs. So what are you doing? Are you going patrolling the streets? Are you snatching little girls up? Did you snatch some girls up during the day, hide them somewhere, and then go back at 2 o'clock in the morning to do awful things to them? Y'all, I mean, this is unheard of. I would have told him, baby, you better get look, I would make sure if you left anything, I would put it in a bag and I would kindly say, you have a nice, a nice life. This, whatever you got going on is not for me, and I'm not mad. Trust me, I'm not mad. This is just not for me, because you're not about to be dishing me craziness. I'm asking you questions, you running around the bush like you don't know how to speak English. I can't get an answer out of you edgewise. You're parking around the corner, walking to my house. Your phone is in your butt crack when you're walking around my house. Whenever you're over, your phone is everywhere, but on the counter, on the table. Those are signs, y'all. Y'all, let's continue to listen, because y'all, I'm telling you, we need to run her fever. I think she was running a whole fever the whole time she was with homeboy, because y'all, those are so many signs that I mean, she just testifying for these couple of minutes, and I could see straight through him. I could see straight through him. Like, girl, what? Y'all, some of these women, they just want a man. You cannot just accept anything. There is no way a man is coming over my house twice a week and we are a fiance. And then you get up at 2 o'clock in the mountain and you're talking about, oh, I'm just going home, and you don't want to answer no type of questions. But he knew what he was doing, y'all. I'm telling you, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was running game on her. Wherever he wanted to, whoever he didn't teed off, he would mess them, get upset with them, or maybe they would put him out, and that was his downfall. And then he was probably in and out of women, and then he was being a pedo, all of this at the same time. Y'all, let's continue to listen, y'all, because this fiance, I don't know what type of fiance. We need to look what fiance means. Maybe she don't understand.
Would you see his truck?
I was in the truck.
Yeah, one more, George.
Yes.
One last question. You said he lived or called home on Wilshire?
Yes,
Have you ever been to that house?
yes,
Have you ever been inside that house?
no.
No.
Hold up. You telling me that you didn't went to homeboy's house, but you never been in the house? That could have been another one of the girlfriends, or another one of his other fiancés. You went to his house, but you never went in. He could have said that was anybody's house. He could have said that was anybody's house. And you ain't 4 years, you ain't never been to homeboy's house. 4 years? Let me tell you, I had a girlfriend, same thing. She hadn't been to her boyfriend's house in like 3 or 4 years too. And I told her, sis, I call her sis, I love you, but if a man doesn't invite you to his house in 3 or 4 years, that's a problem. He's either married, living with somebody else, something's going on, right? There ain't no way you are telling me to come over to your house and don't invite me in or say, hey, baby, come in. Y'all, those sides, oh my, y'all, he finessed her. He finessed her 12 times over. Not 2 times, finessed 2 times. Finessed her like about 12 times. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, it's sad, but it's like you're 40-something years old. Like, there were so many signs here to let her know that this dude is not for you, that something is not right. And did she know he was a pedophile? Like, if that type of behavior was going on, she should have said, let me go run a background check on him, because he's being too sneaky and too suspicious. He's being too suspicious. Homeboy parking around the corner. He coming over twice a week. He's leaving at the wee hours at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, now we know he's a pedo. I mean, y'all, he was doing whatever he wanted to do, and she was allowing it. She's probably like, okay, Jarvis, okay. He's probably like, yeah. And about that, yeah, I had some chocolate cake, and she's probably like, Jarvis, where were you at? He was probably like, yeah, and I had some chocolate cake, yeah, for dessert. Yeah, it was real good, and y'all, there's no way you are a fiance and you don't know where he's at. You've never been to inside of his house, only outside, which that probably was not even his house. I mean, y'all, there was too many signs, like way too many signs for her to continue on with this boy for 4 years. There's no way I'm giving somebody that long of a time to be finessing me 2 times over lies, his phone. She don't know probably nothing really that she really needed to know. I mean, y'all, it's crazy, but let's continue, y'all, because let's continue. This thing, I don't know.
Travis Davis, we're done testifying. Watch your step. I'm not going to.
Oh, hold on. That was the last of her testimony. Hold on. Let me listen to the last bit, because y'all, I'm like, this is too much finessing for me.
One last question. Have you?
Yes, Tigra. She never been inside his house. She said she went over to his house, but never went in. Y'all, is that not a sign? You've been with homeboy for 4 years and you ain't went in to see what was the conditions. Maybe that was like a trap house, or maybe place where he was holding little girls hostage. I don't know. But why didn't he invite you in? Y'all, that's a big like question mark. That's like a big old suspicious like something that I would be like, this isn't right. Something is not right.
You said he lived or called home on Wilshire?
Yes.
Have you ever been to that house?
Yes.
Have you ever been inside that house?
No.
No, you've been there. Thank you.
Y'all, that's what he said. Have you ever been? You been to this house? Have you ever been inside? No. That's all the questions he had for her. Cause that is kind of crazy, you guys. If you were with somebody for 4 years, come on now. Stevie Wonder could see all the signs that he was like giving her. And when she asked the question, she said he's basically ho-humming around. He ain't giving you no direct answer. His phone, he's hiding. He's leaving and coming over 2 times a week, coming over late, leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, these signs you didn't see. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying, like, there's no way. Yeah, I hope so, Tigra. I hope he wasn't. I hope he wasn't. I'm telling you. I hope he wasn't, because maybe he was. And see, that's why I'm saying with the sister, was he like an aggressive type of person where maybe he carried a pow, and even though he was a pedo and he wasn't supposed to, maybe that's why the sister waited to go and tell the police. And with her, maybe he was like a narcissist. Maybe he was threatening her. But I would have went to the police. I would have put a restraining order. I would have packed up and moved. I would have did something to get him out of my life, right? There's things that you could do. My friend had a really bad narcissist in her life, and I was going to court and dealing with him. He was cutting up in the court, y'all. He was acting a donkey. And he was like a whole bum. Didn't have no job. He finessed her too. But she finally got rid of him. But y'all, I mean, y'all, I don't know. Maybe, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Sometimes people will come in and they will finesse you so good. But at the same time, we have to pay attention to these type of things. Like I said before, remember I said people will go over there. They will talk your socks off. They will talk, look, the headscarf. They will talk you out of your jacket. And we have to pay attention to these signs, because just like with Hollywood, they talk these people into doing stuff, and then next thing you know, it's a whole nightmare. I mean, did she really know he was a pedo? Maybe he was a narcissist. Maybe she was scared. He was threatening her, like, you leave me, or we're fiance. Maybe he was bullying her. I don't know what the situation is, but for me, I'm not staying in no situation that's unhealthy to me and my children. Absolutely not. And it sounds like she had boys. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is really sad. My heart wrenches for this little girl. The boy that Jarvis Butts was 41 years old. He got this 12-year-old girl pregnant. He unalived her. Now they don't know where her body is at. And it's very sad. Very, very sad. He had this fiance. He was finessing 42 times over. She was allowing him to do stuff, but maybe, like I said, maybe he was abusive. Maybe he was, I don't know, because they didn't ask her those type of questions. And maybe she's not, they didn't ask her those questions, and maybe she wasn't willing to tell that information too. I don't know. But at the same time, you have to do what's good for you and what's safe for you and your children. As a single mother, like, you can't allow people to come in your life and terrorize you and not, and think that's okay. It's like, it's really sad to see these type of situations, because my friend was in one of these type of situations. But it doesn't seem, well, she didn't mention anything about him being like violent or anything like that, right? So, I mean, I don't know. If it was that type of situation, I can see why, like I said, why his sister didn't say nothing to him right away, because maybe he's a violent type of person. But he's sitting over there looking like he's all in the mask, like he's scared to let people see who he is. No, homeboy, you committed the crime. You didn't unalive these babies. You got her pregnant. Take the mask off. Let's see your face. But anyway, and maybe she was scared too. The girlfriend, the fiance, maybe she was scared of him. Maybe the sister was scared of him, because she did wait and not ask a lot of questions, which I would have asked a lot of questions. I would have put him on blast, like right then and there. But like I said, I don't know. But y'all, I am not going to keep you guys. This is crazy. This is like really, really crazy. But at the end of the day, this little girl, her body has not been found. They are saying that they found some clothes and ran some tests and got some blood samples off some clothing. Did the animal, like the janitor that was here in the live, he said that, they do have like the pigs and stuff, and maybe the pigs ate her. I mean, I don't know, it's sad to say, but those like boar hogs, I think they're called boar hogs, the big old pigs, the one with the long teeth. I don't know if that, the animals got to her, because that he did say, they have pigs out there. But y'all, it's just really sad, and it's sad that they can't even find the baby's body to give her a proper burial. But y'all, we're just gonna keep her in our prayers, her family in the prayers. For those who tried to even help, maybe there was probably one or two that did probably try to help. I don't know. But at the end of the day, y'all, protect y'all's kids, your grandkids, people that you guys love. Keep your head on a swivel. Take heed and listen to what's going on, your surroundings. Because if, like I said, he was a narcissist, abusive, or whatever, I mean, we don't know, because she never stated that. But at the same time, maybe she was scared. Maybe the sister was scared of him too. But y'all, it's sad. But y'all, stay prayed up. Keep your head on a swivel. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And we will see y'all in the next live, you guys. Thanks for stopping by. And as I find out more stuff, I may do another live if I find out more information. I'll probably do another live in a week or so if I find out any more information. But y'all, have a great night. Sleep tight. Yeah, we'll see y'all in the next live, you guys. Bye.